Tools needed for this install: flat blade screwdriver, 1/4 inch socket, short 10mm socket, T15 Torx, plastic panel popper, and a flashlight. Welcome to Spyder Auto. Today I'll show you how to install fog lights on a 2015 to 17 Chevy Colorado. So first step, go ahead and grab your wire harness. So this half, we're gonna run it through here, and we're gonna drop it down to the bottom of the bumper. And the longer end will connect to the passenger side fog light, and this one to the driver's side fog light. So go ahead and feed it down. So after dropping your wire harness down from the driver's side, you're going to retrieve your passenger side connector for the fog light, and you're going to run it across the bumper here. So here's a harness. That's enough right there to reach the fog light. And then from here, you can get your zip ties and strap them down to this bumper bracket. And then go ahead and make sure your connector for the driver's side fog light is right here. Just have that ready, and we're ready to plug it in. Now moving to the passenger side wheel well, go ahead and turn your wheel in. And then from here, we're gonna uninstall 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 T15 screws. Next, you're gonna peel open your wheel liner. From here, we're gonna uninstall the factory fog light bezel. The fog light bezel is secured by 5 clips. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get a flathead, you're gonna press down on the clip, and you're gonna push it forward, and you're gonna do that to all 5. And there you go. So after removing your bezel, go ahead and grab your fog light, and then these 3 guide pins are going to drop into these holes right here. Go ahead and push them all the way in until they're clipped in, nice and secure. Go ahead and grab your wire harness connector. Go ahead and plug in your fog light. Make sure your connector is nice and secure. Now that we have our fog light plugged in, go ahead and reinstall your wheel liner. Line it up with the holes, and then reinstall your 5 T15 screws. Next, go ahead and grab your fog light bezel. When you install it, you want to make sure these clips line up with the slots. After installing your passenger side fog light, let's repeat the same process to the driver's side. Now that we have our fog lights installed, we're ready to give the fog light some power. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab all your negative wires, your 2 negative wires, gonna bring them together, use a 10mm socket, gonna loosen the nut to the battery for the negative wire. Gonna connect these 2 negative wires to negative on your battery. Go and tighten the nut down. Next, we're gonna connect the white wire, which is the positive wire. We're gonna hook this up to the positive connection on the battery. Go and loosen your 10mm nut to your positive cable. Go ahead and connect your wire. Tighten down your nut. Next, we're gonna connect this red wire to the fuse box. So here's your fuse box. Here's your fuse box. You're gonna release the 3 clips. Open it up. So what you basically want to do is connect this to an accessory fuse. For my case, I'm gonna select the miscellaneous 10 amp fuse. Go ahead and disconnect the 10 amp fuse. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna get your red wire and you're gonna get your fuse. You're gonna connect it together. So this wire is gonna be pinched in with the fuse. Drop that in and connect your fuse. Make sure it's secure. Go ahead and run your wire out of the way. From here, go ahead and put your cover back on, your fuse box. So now that you have your wires hooked up, go ahead and check your fuse box. Open it up, check your fuse, make sure it's in there, nice and secure. Close it up, and then you want to stick it somewhere. Set it aside to keep it dry and accessible. And then your fuse relay, you can go ahead and get a self-tapping screw and mount it wherever you want to on the body of the fender. And then this connector here plugs in to your switch, and then your switch, I'm gonna leave it up to you guys on however you want to run it so that you get your switch and mount it onto your dash. So go ahead and plug that in. Now to make sure your fog lights have a positive connection, go ahead and stick your key in the ignition, switch it to accessory, and if the light turns on onto your fog light switch, then you're ready to go. So now let's close the hood and test our fog lights.